MBG, I think you're like me in some way. I sense that you care about what other people think or feel, right? I'm like that. I can't help myself. Yeah, I mean, I I say that I don't care, but then I clearly demonstrate that I do care.
Yeah, you cope.
And maybe that's just the nature of me, spending so much time streaming.
Oh, no.
Uh,
No, that is quite literally the definition of cope. Saying that you don't care when in fact you do care, that is the definition of cope. And if anything, saying that you don't care, that is the quickest way for people to be able to tell that you actually do care. I mean, holy shit.
if I wasn't streaming and then I wasn't, as deeply involved, well, it's not even a maybe. I'm sure it would be 10 times easier to not give a shit at all because it just wouldn't encounter half the stuff I encounter. But yeah, man, I mean, it's just, I told you guys, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna stop using Twitter, and like I decided, oh well, I kind of want to partake in everything going on with Death Stranding 2 on Twitter, and I couldn't help it. Like I had to put out a post, and
oh my god, you had to partake with everything going on Twitter. No, you had to console war, which is crazy because you really didn't. You could have just celebrated your little, money-hatted game. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of Death Stranding. Don't get me wrong, right? And I heard that in this new one, there's going to be a character with her feet out. I was already sold, but when you tell me that there's feet out, then I'm definitely in. But you know what? Let me bring up the tweet, right? Let me just I'm just going to let that hang out in the air, what I just said. But I'm going to bring up this tweet. This is what he tweeted. He said, unfortunately, there are some people who try to claim PlayStation has no games leading up to the new PS5 exclusive that has received mass critical acclaim. They would push a game like this aside as if it means nothing. Turns out, PlayStation does have games. Some very good games. I love how he's saying plural, but all we've seen is just one game, right? And sure enough, they're in his tweets, right? Sony does not own Kojima Productions or Death Stranding IP. Death Stranding 2 will be on Xbox consoles as well as Switch 2 and PC. If that's something PlayStation fanboys want to brag about being an exclusive, okay. And all MBG responds is, but right now it's an exclusive. And if you're a PS5 player, you have a new game to play. A pretty big one. But as you can see, he gets ratioed, right? So then we go down to this one right here. And this is just a screenshot. This is from 5 days ago. All these people out here fighting over video game exclusivity as if their lives depend on it just seems unnecessary to me. Nothing wrong with having some conversations, but at the end of the day, just play the games and enjoy them, man. Now that you guys are caught up, let us enjoy.
I had to put out a post where, like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I haven't had to deal with, like, people just...
And you see that I'm going to have to stop you right there. This is an example of what I'm always talking about with these PlayStation guys. They love playing the victim when they are quite literally waking up and choosing to console war, right? This is like at 9 a.m., 10 a.m. in the morning. He's waking up, choosing violence, right? Not just celebrating the game, not just saying, man, I can't wait till I get to play Death Stranding, right? He has to defend Sony, right? He just has to. And now we're about to get that, I'm the victim cope.
Losing their shit. If not, like, not even losing their shit, but people just constantly harassing PlayStation players.
Oh, so now it's harassment. Meanwhile, this dude, a bunch of these PlayStation guys will talk shit about everything that Microsoft does. Microsoft says that they're making a new handheld. These guys are literally crashing out on stream for hours, shitting on it, right? But with them, it's just criticism. It's just commentary, right? But with everyone else, with the PC guys, with the Xbox guys, it's harassment now. Like, it's just some straight up pussy stuff.
Like anybody who's here on my channel or me in general. And it's just, yeah, like today, I'm not trying to take a victory lap, but it's like, hey, like to all the dumbasses, because God knows, believe me, I know, because I have had to deal with it.
Again, had to deal with it. You didn't have to console war. Just enjoy your little money hat. And I'm starting to see why he always wears a hat now. Just enjoy your little money hat. Just enjoy it, right? But just know, in a couple of months, it'll be on PC, it'll be on Xbox, other people will be experiencing it. But I'm glad that you guys get to enjoy it. I want to make sure that you guys experience all the bugs and glitches, get all that shit out of the way. We'll be waiting on, the director's cut.
Not just, certainly not just on Twitter, but on my own channel, anywhere, right? Anywhere. All the dumbasses that want to sit there and constantly make it sound like that there's nothing going on with PlayStation. That if you are a PlayStation player and you are happy or excited about what's going on, you're part of the problem. And just, saying the dumbest shit at all times. A day like this is just, it gets shut down.
I mean, does it? It didn't seem like it was getting shut down in your tweets, man. I mean, and you're about to get booty hurt and go on a whole entire rant. Does it really get shut down? This is what I mean. This is not how winners act. This is not a W. It just, I don't know. It just seems a little weak to me.
And, I had to put that out there where I'm just simply stating a fact. That's all I'm doing. I'm just stating a fact that, hey, man, if you're a PS5 player, seems like an absolute banger is about to drop.
Oh, my God. You see? And this is why I showed you guys the tweet. So in his words, all he said, he has a completely different recollection, you know what I mean, of the events. But in his side of the story, all he said was, hey, if you happen to be on the PlayStation 5, well, you have a banger to look forward to today. And then all these Xbox guys, all these fanboys, all these PC Master Race guys just come in talking shit. No, that's not the case at all. You wanted to take a shot, just like how you're doing right now, calling everybody dumbasses, when all they're doing is stating a fact, by the way. Just like how you guys were stating facts with Indiana Jones, right? Indiana Jones has entered the chat. And I find it funny because when Indiana Jones came out, right, and this was a game for Xbox, it was exclusive to Xbox, or it also launched on PC. I will admit that, right? I'll use the PlayStation fanboys terms. It was a console exclusive, right? All I saw was PlayStation guys running with PC guys flow, right? Well, what do you mean, Sigs? How were they running with the PC guys flow? Oh, well, that's simple. They were over here saying, oh, well, I'll just play it on my PS5 Pro, I'm going to get a whole bunch of better performance, And that's the shit that really irks me the most with these guys, right? Because meanwhile, they'll tell the PC guys, they'll say, shut up, you guys are fucking nerds. We don't care about all those frame rates and all this shit. We just want a game, right? But then they'll turn around and try to talk shit about the Series S or the Series X like they're just miles away in performance, when it's weird because, people who actually pay for that hardware, people that actually get those frame rates, they don't even talk shit the way you guys were talking shit over like a 10 to 15 frame difference. Mind you, that's if that pisser is hitting on some shit, because there's been some times where that pisser ain't hitting on Nathan, right? Just keeping it 1,000, right? So I just find it funny. I didn't see any Xbox guys getting upset. All the Xbox guys said was, you guys pay, we play. And you know what? I like the sound of it so much, I joined in because I was paying on a PC Game Pass. So I was like, I like the sound of this. Let's laugh at these PlayStation fanboys, right? And it was all just fun and games. Nobody crashed out. It was no big deal. And it's just funny because this is what I mean. Now the shoe's on the other foot, right? Now you guys are the new Xbox guys, and you just can't take your L's with dignity, man.
And I'm stoked for it. I've been stoked for it for a long time. But you still see the same people. And you realize that it's never going to change, dude. And it's cool. I guess I expected that. But they come up with the same exact excuses. Like, oh, it's not owned by Sony. Like, okay. And does that mean Sony didn't fund it? I don't know, man.
And I want you guys to notice. You see the different energy? I mean, just look at the last video when this guy was going off about how Microsoft just wants to buy everything. They just want to walk in and say, who owns the place? Can I buy that? Can I own this place? But now when it's Sony, it's a completely different, it just comes off completely different. I mean, these guys, it's just so disingenuous.
I guess I'm just trying to say, like, I'm tired of people going as far as they possibly can out of their way to make sure that they don't give any credit where it's due.
So were you guys doing that with Indiana Jones? Right, and don't get me wrong. Death Stranding is one of my favorite games of all time. It's definitely in my top 10. You know what I mean? And I'm really looking forward to this new one for certain reasons, right? I really am looking forward to this new one. But I mean, you guys were doing this to Indiana Jones, and I didn't even think Indiana Jones was really something to trip over like that. Now, granted, it wasn't Sea of Thieves, but I mean, I seen how y'all niggas was snatching up Sea of Thieves, so I knew y'all was gonna snatch up Indiana Jones. But like I said, now it ain't no fun when the rabbit's got the gun, right? Now that the shoe's on the other foot, now that Xbox guys are quite literally doing the same exact thing that you guys are doing, now it's disingenuous. Now they're twisting themselves to get a W. But we can pull up receipts of you guys doing the exact same thing. What does that mean?
Credit first and foremost goes to Kojima Productions. Then after that, it goes to probably Herman Hulst. And then Sony as a whole. And then after that...
So how much credit do we give to Xbox for games like, Doom, The Dark Ages, Indiana Jones, Hellblade, right? How much credit do we get? Call of Duty, right? Do we give credit to Xbox for Call of Duty or any of those games? Nope.
Probably the fan base for supporting it. Oh yeah, you could extend that to Guerrilla Games for giving them the Death Engine, but there's a lot of credit to be given. And I'm just tired of people like when Sony has an L, and I'm not trying to defend Sony like the corporation. It's just like, dude, it's about acknowledging the good, acknowledging the bad, taking the good with the bad and the bad with the good.
Yeah, and Sony's good, Xbox bad. Like, holy shit, how do you guys not get it?
This is all I'm an advocate for. Because yes, I do care about the overall health of the brand, and this is why. Because I want to continue to get games like this, because I know that Sony took a risk funding this game.
Boy, Sony took a risk not putting this shit on PC. Because this shit is going to get released into the ecosystem with 75 million players, right? And we'll see how many, right? We'll see how many of you guys actually support the devs, as you guys say. Like, I think it will sell good, right? But let's just be honest. It's not going to sell nearly as well as it would if it was on PC. I mean, Stellar Blade is into the chat. We all seen the numbers that Stellar Blade did. So we already know what time it is. And like I said, you guys can't keep that same energy. And it's sad because when you look at the narratives in this space, this is a corner that you guys backed yourself into.
Straight up. And that's the reality that none of these people want to talk about. They wanted to fucking run laps and laps and laps. LOL, Kojima's working with Xbox. Xbox got Kojima now. He's going to make an Xbox exclusive. Guess what?
Oh, and that shit hurt. Not Kojima. They got Kojima. And this nigga still heard about that shit. That shit wasn't that like from like a showcase like 2 years ago? He's still talking about that shit.
But it's not going to be exclusive. Guess what? It seemingly doesn't even exist. In that time, we're going to be playing Death Stranding 2. You know? And then he's moving on to Fizzin. Yeah, I'm going to give Sony a little bit of fucking credit for that, for seeking that out, for like acknowledging that, bro, we want to fund a game.
And then Money had it. And then we want to Money had it and make consumers jump over a paywall to play one singular game. And don't get me wrong, it would be one thing if you guys had like a catalog of games, right? If it was like 6 games, 7 games, 8 games, then a brother might get a PlayStation. Shit. But just 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, and they all are eventually coming to PC where I'll be able to get double the frame rate and play and pay 0%, pay $0 and get to play it. What? And I know that's gonna hurt some of y'all niggas' feelings. I know you niggas support the devs. I know. The adults are talking. You niggas can leave. I mean, tell me where I lied. And more importantly, tell me where the people in your tweets lied. Because they're just reminding you that this game will be coming to Xbox. This game will be coming to PC the same way how you reminded the Xbox guys that Indiana Jones will be coming to PlayStation. You know, that Doom the Dark Ages was coming to PlayStation. That all of these PlayStation games, right, or not PlayStation games, that all of these Xbox games that for the longest you guys said were ass are coming to PlayStation, and how excited you guys were to buy it. Down to Forza, you know, down to Sea of Thieves. I mean, what more do I really need to say?
And we want you to make that game and make whatever game you want, no matter how weird it is. It's like the same shit like where last year Astrobot drops, fucking wins Game of the Year, and you get people out here where they want to come at me and come at you and
oh, bro, because y'all know Astrobot wasn't shit, man. And don't get me wrong, you know, it probably was a cool little you know, platform or whatever. But the way that they jaded Black Myth Wukong, I mean, you look at the sales, you look at the rating that it got on Steam, and it's so funny because the journalist wanted to say, oh, well, most of the players are Chinese players. The same thing they're doing with Stellar Blade, you know what I mean? And then they walk out and give the game and give Game of the Year to Astrobot. You know, it is what it is, but the players know, you know, who really won Game of the Year. And it's funny because a lot of the people I know, they don't even take the Game Awards seriously. It's kind of like a joke meme thing, you know? So I don't know.
come at PlayStation players where it's like, ain't shit, bro. Game's trash. And it's like, dude, I'm not going to sit here and try to like prop Astro up as the greatest thing since sliced bread. But if you're going to come at me and try to make it seem like it ain't nothing, yeah, now I'm going to tell you how good it really is.
Okay, so you're going to cope. Like I said, that is quite literally the definition of cope. See, this is what he started the video out with, where he says he doesn't care about something, but he really does. Because how are you going to let somebody say, hey, Astrobot really isn't all that? And just because somebody critiques Astrobot and says it isn't all that, so then you feel a urge, right? A deep urge, a sensation to jump out of your body and defend PlayStation. Mind you, he's not a PlayStation fanboy. He's done console warring. I mean, it's Astrobot, dog. The first one was a tech demo that came for free. They turned around and hit y'all niggas over the head and y'all paid. And then they gave it Game of the Year, right? I mean, shit was sad, to be honest with you.
Because it fucking is. That's all. That's all, man. Like,
but you literally just started that. Literally, he literally said, I'm not going to act like Astrobot is the best thing since sliced bread. But if you tell me that it's not, then I'm going to tell you that it is, because it is. Dude, you're coping. I mean, holy shit.
It's just the same shit. These are the people that want to act like South of Midnight is a fucking 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
Bruh, nobody said South of Midnight. Who's the names? Who said South of Midnight was a 10 out of 10? So now you have to lie to make your point.
And then try to use that. You know what I mean? It's like, no offense to South of Midnight. Apparently that game was pretty decent. But these are people that
get the fuck out of
on
here.
The games like that.
Dude, nobody said that South of Midnight was a 10 out of 10. And I actually played and beat South of Midnight. The game was a 6 at best. You know what I mean? And that's me being, you know, that's me being generous. Okay? Like, I'm not going to harp on the game too much. But nobody was saying that it was a 10 out of 10. Stop capping.
And make it seem like this is it, bro. This is it. And then when something like Death Stranding 2 drops, you're like, man, fucking garbage. I'll play that on my Xbox too.
And you see, I showed you guys the tweet. I showed you guys some of the responses. Were people in the tweet saying that it was garbage? Nope. People who were in the tweet saying that it's coming to Xbox, that it's coming to PC. Why are you celebrating a multi-platform? I thought we didn't do that. People were just holding you to that same energy. But now we got to sit here and cope and act like people are saying the game is trash. Now, don't get me wrong. I know people say that it's a walking simulator and that's not their thing. I definitely do think you have to have a desired taste for Death Stranding. But one thing I can say is when it comes to walking simulators, that is the king of walking simulators. No cap.
2 years from now, like, the fuck you, like, what are you talking about? But it's all a matter of the gaslighting, man. We're like, the whole idea is the people who are doing this, people who are running their mouths like this, or, you know, trolling like this, they're never gonna. There is ultimately no winning, because They're just going to sit there and be like, no.
Okay, so there's no winning. The people are the same. Then why did you wake up in console war? What's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different response. Isn't that the definition of insanity? Or better yet, the definition of a punk ass. Somebody who opens a can of worms and then wants to play the victim and wants to say that he did nothing wrong and he can't understand why people are coming at him with this energy because you fucking are console warring, dude. And you're celebrating a multi-plat. That's why niggas called your bluff. Just like how you were telling the Xbox guys last week when they were celebrating their handheld. What did you tell them? Your exact words. You told them to sit the fuck down. So don't get mad that niggas are in your tweets with the receipts, nigga.
No, that's not true. But you know, at the end of the day, man, I'm getting depressed by the internet. No, I'm not depressed, bro.
Oh,
it's not
yes,
that
you
serious.
are. Well, you certainly don't look like you're winning. You certainly don't look happy. This is what I'm saying. This dude gets to play Death Stranding 2. I'm not going to lie to you. If I had the chance to play Death Stranding 2, like I said, there are going to be feet out in this game. You heard me, feet out in this game. And this is how this nigga's looking. I mean, holy shit.
The gaming community is cooked. But that's the amazing part about it, is it's just like, yes, today, on June 23rd, 2025, there is a PlayStation 5 exclusive, ouch, that reviewed at a 90 on Metacritic, ouch, and is going to be releasing on PS5 and PS5 Pro, ouch. And people are going to be enjoying that shit. And it's probably going to sell pretty well now that it's, you know, people realize it's better than the first one.
And it will be coming to Xbox, PC, and Nintendo Switch too. It will be on the Switch 2 running at 20 frames.
Or at least based off the reviews anyway. Ouch. Yeah, I know. I know that this is a problem for the narrative.
But here's the thing. You're the one who looks hurt. You keep on saying, ouch, 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 but you're the one that's hurt. The Xbox guys are laughing. The PC guys are laughing. Like I said, we're happy. You guys are going to go find all the bugs, find all the glitches, and we will have a director's cut in 6 months to a year. What more could I ask for, right? I love the way that this is. Don't get me wrong. I would like for shit to be day and date, and I do think with just the money that it's pulling in that eventually we're going to get there. But, I mean, we got games to play. It's no sweat off our back.
I get it. It hurts their narrative. Wait, no, that can't be. No, PlayStation doesn't have games. PlayStation only has remasters and remakes.
Yeah, PlayStation doesn't have games. Can't you see we have this one game? Why can't you guys just affirm my console choice? Why can't you guys just affirm my purchase?
PlayStation, no. PlayStation doesn't have Game Pass. They don't have games.
Oh, Game Pass has entered the chat. Like, what are we talking about? And you know, the funny thing is, Death Stranding, the original, was on PC Game Pass. Like I said, bro, mind you, this is the guy who says that Microsoft lives in the walls and shit.
It's like Avowed coming, you know? No. PlayStation is supposed to be in a place that's just really, really low, you know? But days like today, the fucking reality is just, it's unavoidable that, bro, what PlayStation just dropped with Death Stranding 2 in conjunction with Kojima Productions is what Microsoft wished they fucking had.
Oh, don't worry. They'll have it shortly. Don't worry. Kojima-san, it will bring it to us, nigga.
And that's just, like, I know that's, oh my God, what a fanboy statement. No, you know how I know it's true? Because what do you think they're fucking saying to me? I'll wait for when it's on Xbox. I'll wait for when it's on PC. I bet you will. I bet you fucking will, because it's a great game and you know you're going to want to play it.
I told you, you guys are the new Xbox guys. Oh, you niggas are the new Xbox. Oh, and it's eating you niggas alive. Boy, he's hurt. He's hurt. Listen, it's an evil world we live in. You know what I'm saying? It's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. Oh, I'll play it on my PS5 Pro until the PC Master Race guys show up. You know what I'm saying? With they fucking 3080s, 4090s and shit, till the PC Master Race niggas show up. She'll come by later. we'll get our hands on hips. Oh, they're gonna be feet out. Yeah, we'll mod that shit. Fuck you talking about? PC Master Race entered the chat. Done sat this nigga down.
And you know what? That great game that you can't wait to play is gonna be on PS5 this week. So you know what? It's okay for PlayStation players to be excited about that and look forward to it.
Then be happy, MBG. Crack a smile. I ain't seen a smile. I ain't seen him laugh or nothing. I just see you fuming. You're literally red in the face. You have molded over this whole situation. Like, quite literally. I mean, dude, if you're happy, then be happy, nigga. Like, holy shit.
And you know what? It's going to be great if it does drop on PC and Xbox later.
And you see, now this nigga coping. Wait, sir, what do you mean by if, nigga? When, nigga? What are you talking about?
Because you know what? What is it going to be, like a year later? You know? Something like that?
Okay. Nigga, try 6 months. Yeah, and you know it, too. I don't know why he coping acting like he don't know.
Okay, cool. Enjoy it. But the fucking reality is, Sony paid to fund this game. They may not own the IP, but they funded the game. They published it. There's nothing wrong with them wanting to leverage that to try to sell some of their consoles.
Oh, that's news to me. Holy shit. Because I swear to God, with Microsoft, last week, that was not the case. I mean, wow, this is news to me.
And there's also nothing wrong with people just acknowledging that, you know, this is some good shit. Nothing wrong with it.
Mind you, hasn't even played the game yet.
Just a couple of months ago. I don't even remember if it was a couple of months ago or if it was at the end of last year, but I felt like it was within the last 6 months or so. You found out that Death Stranding 1 suddenly shadow dropped on Xbox. $20. And I'm seeing the Xbox community going fucking nuts over it. Going absolutely nuts.
Putting hands on yo hips, nigga. Putting hands on Death Stranding hips, nigga. It was just yo girl the other day. Now she out on Xbox. Shadow dropped. You know, they got hands on hips. Oh, man.
Let me ask, you guys going to be coming out and buying a PS5 now to play the sequel because you love the first one so much?
Nope.
You going to be doing that?
No.
No? No, you're just going to wait? You don't know how long you're going to wait, but you're going to wait. Could be another 5.
Oh, I don't. I mean, that's what y'all niggas are doing with Starfield. I mean, shit. And let's be real. You know, Starfield ain't even shit. That's what y'all niggas are doing for Starfield. That's what y'all did for Indiana Jones. This is what I mean. They are not cut out for this. They do not want to play ball. Oh, my God. We are going to have some cope and seethe for years to come.
5 years for all you know. But you're going to wait? Okay. But you still want to play it, right? Why? Why do you still want to play it? Because it's a good game? Oh, okay.
Because there's going to be feet out.
And there we go. And there we go. That's all it boils down to, man, is that I'm not out here trying to say PlayStation's better or that Death Stranding is better necessarily. I'm just out here simply trying to remind people, not even remind them, but to put certain people in their place where it's like, yeah, you over there, like busting people's balls, right? Screeching, Sony ain't got no games, Death Stranding's a walking simulator. Sit down and shut the fuck up. While everybody else enjoys the greatness.
Oh my fucking God.
You know? How about that? But they won't. They'll just get even more obnoxious.
It's been your boy Six at Cereal, bro. Until next time, man.